So you've seen day traders making $5,000 a day to $10,000 a day every single day. But here's a secret. Some of these traders are able to invest only $50 of their own money and make over $30,000 a month day trading. Today, I'm gonna show you exactly how you can do the exact same thing. Just to put it into perspective, I'm a full-time options trader and I make around $1,000 every single day trading. But to do this, I have to put at least $2,000 of my own capital into every single trade I take. So honestly, I wish I would have found out about this when I first got started trading. So the secret is prop firms. A prop firm allows you to leverage other people's money instead of using your own while you trade. So by buying one of these prop firm accounts for a small fee, you will then be able to trade with over $100,000, $200,000, sometimes even $300,000 in capital. And the only thing that is at risk is the money that you paid for the account. So if you don't have $50,000 to invest into your trading account, you can pay a small fee, something like $50, to get one of these accounts that will allow you to make over $1,000 per day. Pretty much the exact same numbers that I'm doing right now, but you don't have to have anywhere near as much money. Now, these prop firms usually go in two directions. You either trade Forex or you trade futures. Here's the difference between the two. Futures gives you the obligation to buy or sell an asset based on a future time. So for example, let's say this phone is trading for $50 right now. If I think the price of this phone is gonna go up within an hour, then I can buy a futures contract that allows me to ride the wave and make money along with the increase of the price of the phone. Same thing for the downside. Let's say that this phone I think is gonna go for $40 in an hour instead of $50. What I'll do is I'll buy one futures contract to the downside and I'll ride the wave as the price is coming down. You are able to make money on both the upside and the downside with futures. The futures market is also open 23 hours, 6 days a week. So even if you can't trade in the morning and you have to trade later at night, futures is a good way to get started because you're able to trade whenever you want pretty much. And Forex, or foreign exchange, will allow you to buy and sell currencies against each other. Typically, you'll trade these names in pairs. So for example, the US dollar and the Canadian dollar. If I think that the US dollar is going to have more value than the Canadian dollar within an hour, what I'll do is I'll buy the US dollar Canadian dollar pair, which will allow me to capitalize on the movement between the two currencies. I'm not a Forex trader at all, so if I butchered that, let me know in the comments. The Forex market is also open 24 hours, 5.5 days a week. So both options will allow you to trade basically whenever you want. So after you figure out what you want to trade, you're gonna have to set up an account with the prop firm. Later on in this video, I'm gonna tell you which prop firms are the best in my opinion and which ones I think you should sign up with. But once you end up signing up with one of these prop firms, you're going to have to buy what's called an evaluation account. This is going to cost anywhere from $50 to $200. What an evaluation account does is you pay $50 for this account to give you access to $50,000 in capital. But the only way you're able to get access to this $50,000 is if you pass an evaluation that allows you to move on to the next stage and get a live account. So you don't have a live account until you pass that evaluation. This is where prop firms make their money. All you gotta do is pass that evaluation account. This is how you leverage other people's money. Now, there are a lot of upsides trading with prop firms, but there's also a lot of massive downsides as well when trading with these accounts. But before I get to that, somewhere in this video, I'm giving away one free $50,000 evaluation account to one of my subscribers. I'm not sponsored by any prop firms by any means, but I just really like giving away free money. So to participate in this giveaway, you have to make sure that you find the one word throughout this video and DM it to me on Instagram. Watch the entire video all the way through. It's going to be hidden. It's not going to be easy to find. If you find this word and you DM it to me on Instagram, you have the chance to win $50,000 to trade with completely for free. So like I was saying, a lot of downsides, a lot of upsides. Let's talk about the upsides of trading prop firms. You do not have to have that much money to get started whatsoever. So this is Apex Trader Funding. This is a futures prop firm. And as you can see here, we got 80% off of evals. So if we go here, you can see you can get a 25K account, 50K, 75K, 100K, 152, 3. So you can go all the way up to $300,000 of capital to trade with, and all it will cost is $600, but you can get an 80% off code on that. We can get access to a $300,000 account for only $142. That is a ridiculous price for this. I mean, think about it this way. If you have one good day after passing the eval, you can literally pay off everything 10 times over. And this is the most expensive plan that they have on this website. Let me tell you, this is one of the biggest perks that you could have as a day trader. Spend a little bit of money, make a lot of money. Makes a lot of sense. And as an options trader, there are no prop firms out there, so I still have to put all of my own money on the line. I still have to risk thousands of my own dollars every single day as I'm trading. With the prop firm, you don't have to do that at all. The only thing you're risking is your evaluation account. So trading with $150 to make $30,000 a month it's just no brainer. A second big pro to trading with these prop firm accounts is that these markets are open pretty much 24/7. So if you want to trade at night, or you want to trade in the morning, or you want to trade in the middle of the day, you will always be able to trade, because with Forex you can trade 24/5 and with futures you can trade 23/6. One really underrated pro to trading with a prop firm account is that you have the ability to stack accounts and take trades on multiple accounts at the same time. So let's say I've got five $50,000 accounts and I make $1,000 on one account and I stack that on all five. I then made $5,000 on the day and I only took one trade to do so. Sounds ridiculous, but is 100% possible. There's definitely a lot of freedom when it comes to trading prop firms. Last but not least, of course, it is less risky. You are not having anywhere near as much risk trading with other people's money than you are with your own. It's a bit of an obvious one, but there are some people out there that want to be as safe as humanly possible when it comes to day trading. So those are the upsides. Now, with prop firms, a lot of people say that there are no downsides to trading them, but there's a lot of hidden downsides that you really have to know before you get into this. But before we talk about the cons of prop firms, subscribe to this channel. Whatever you're doing right now, stop doing that and subscribe to the channel. If you guys like, comment, subscribe, show a bunch of support to the channel, I will continue doing these uploads very, very frequently. So it's all up to you. All right, so the cons of using prop firms. Number one, you're not gonna learn lessons nearly as fast as you will with your own money. So let's say you're trading a $100,000 account and you end up losing $5,000 in a day. It doesn't matter, right? Because it's not your money. This is the exact thought process that ends up with you buying 17 evaluation accounts and then spending $7,000 on prop firm challenges. So you end up losing thousands of dollars anyways. It's a hidden con. Nobody talks about it, but you gotta remember, 95% of traders are unprofitable. You can very easily get all the way to the last step of a prop firm challenge and then blow the entire account and lose all of it and then have to restart again, pay another $50 to $100 to start a new challenge, just to then lose that challenge again because you don't have the psychology in place because it's not your money. That's arguably the biggest con of prop firm trading for me personally. Another con of trading with prop firms is the amount of rules you have to follow. Even just to pass an evaluation account, you have to trade a certain amount of days, make a certain amount of money, do a certain amount of backflips. Like, there's so many rules you have to follow just to get that live account. On top of that, you have rules like the trailing drawdown rule, where you can be up $3,000 on a position and that might pass your account. But if that position goes all the way back to break even and you end up not making any money or losing any money, you still lose the account. Or the consistency rule. Let's say that there's an evaluation account that you're trading that has a profit goal of $5,000. There's a rule on some of these prop firms that say that you cannot make more than half of the profit goal in one day. And there's a bunch more rules too. So for someone like me who doesn't necessarily like being held into a constraint, I like to be able to do what I want, when I want, with whatever money I want, right? So for me, I don't really like rules. I don't like being confined by, I have to make this amount, I have to trade for this amount of days, I have to do this, I have to do this. It's just not my personal thing, but that's just me. And number three is one of the biggest cons that people are not talking about. These live accounts that you're trading after you pass your evaluation are still simulated accounts. You are not trading with real money. You are trading fake money and you're getting payouts from the prop firms when you do well. This means that prop firms are literally paying out of their own pockets to give you money when you succeed. Well, what's the big problem with that? These prop firms are literally betting on you to fail. So these prop firms make so much money from the evaluations that they are literally able to give you a simulated account and pay you profits out of their pocket. That is how many traders fail these evaluation accounts. And nobody talks about this because you see the freedom, you see the cheapness, and all of a sudden, you think it's the greatest solution of all time. It's not. So in my personal opinion, if you decide to trade with a prop firm, you gotta make sure you have a couple $100 extra on hand because you're most likely gonna lose the first 4 or 5 challenges that you take. And that's just being honest. There's a few more cons to trading these prop firm accounts, but a lot of them are psychology related. So I'm not going to talk about those, but those are the main ones that I've found personally, but they can still be a good asset to trade if you're able to pass these challenges, follow all these rules, do all these things that you got to do and pass it. You're still able to make a bunch of money. So I would say give it a try. Don't get trapped by buying 15,000 different evaluation accounts and blowing them all the next day because that is a very, very vicious cycle. And if I had to choose one prop firm to trade with, I'd say Top Step. Again, not sponsored by this company whatsoever, but I've been funded a few times through them, and honestly, they're the #1 prop firm that I've used, in my opinion. But if I'm being honest with you, I've made so much more money trading options, and that's personally what I'm good at, so that's what I would recommend. And if you are a beginner trader and you're struggling to make it to that $1,000 per day mark, this video right here will show you the exact steps that I took to make $1,000 a day in the stock market. Later.